Hello and welcome to today's review of the Transformers Studio Series 86 core class Wheelie. Now, first thoughts on this guy. Vehicle mode's great. This is where we're going to be starting, as the transformation is quite cool. And yeah, generally this is quite good. I'm not too bothered about the visible ball joints on the sides of the vehicle, nor am I too bothered about the fists kind of poking out the back. If you look at it from this angle, it's not that great, but if you look at it from the side, it's not the most egregious thing in the world. I'm just not too picky about small details like that. Some nice painting on the top of the vehicle and all of this peach that goes along it. Hands are painted. These grey sections here on the feet are. There's also paint on the insides of the legs for additional grey. And yeah. Let's just move on to transformation. And voila! Slingshot fits nicely in his hand. And that's all. It's definitely the simplest figure I've covered so far. Probably the simplest figure I'll cover for a while. Generally, I like the vehicle mode. Butt flap doesn't really bother me. The articulation on this guy for a core class, I've not got tons to compare him to, but it's not terrible, you know, for a figure of this size it feels fine. Legs go up really far. Knees pull a 90. Toe bend downwards. No ankles, which is understandable. Swivel at the knee. Slight inwards and outward swivel at the hip. No waist, unless you untab this chest section, and then the joints that these hips are on can kind of swing side to side. But no, that requires them transforming him, so it's I don't know if it counts. Bicep comes inwards at the shoulder, like so. Bit of a butterfly motion. Shoulders go all the way up, which is really good, probably the best so far. Elbows only pull a 90. Due to the curvature of this section, it might be considered a little bit less than 90. We've got a full 360-degree spin at the elbow. As you can see, it's on a ball joint. For a figure of this size, ball joints, yeah, mostly okay. No wrist swivel. And then head. It's a full 360, bit tight on mine, but there you go. Goes up, doesn't look down, and that's it. That's all she wrote. So, beautiful looking robot mode, very accurate to the screen model. Butt flap outstanding, but you know. So if we take a look at Wheelie with some of his counterparts or similar just other 86 movie figures for now. Here we have RC with Wheelie. Then Blair. Then Deluxe Class Bumblebee. For the price difference between these two, and didn't really expect them to be so close together in size. Hopefully Wheelie gets a deluxe in the same vein as the other mini bots to kind of scale him upwards slightly. So he should be around maybe Bumblebee height, because I don't think there was ever too much of a height difference, even though they're not really depicted in media together. Then we have Hot Rod, towers over him. And lastly, Legends Class Trollcutter. Everyone falls over. So Trollcutter was Legends Class. Now Core Class kind of replaced what Legends was. But with the price increase, we did get figures that were a similar size with much better articulation by comparison. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. Now, generally for Wheelie, just going to be moving on to the ranking and final thoughts and whatnot. Aesthetically, this is a 5. I love the colours. You don't really see too many oranges and peach and yeah, just very unique colour scheme. Visually, I think it's great. The design of this guy, I don't hate his design. I quite enjoy it. The fact he's got a slingshot, I think that's a nice little touch. But yeah, I'm actually a fan of this. I don't care too much about this flap, like I said, so whatever. Not going to let it hinder him. Transformation on this guy is probably a 4 out of 5. It's not bad. It's not amazing. But it's solid, you know. It gets the job done. What's holding it back for me is the fact that there's not an awful lot going on. It is pretty bare bones. And untabbing this crotch section from the front of the vehicle when he's in car mode is a bit difficult. I kind of had to jump cut the footage during the transformation process because I did spend a good minute or so trying to untab it. But yeah, just the 2 tabs on it are really tight. Just kind of here and on the other side. But anyway, yeah, transformation's going to be a 4. Value for money on this guy. You know, I'm not really sure about that. I don't like the fact that core class figures ended up getting to $11.99. This one is a fine version of that, I guess. But something like a mainline deluxe from, say, Earthspark could have been a similar price to this, depending on where you found them. You know, you could have got one of those deluxes or a warrior class for maybe £15, and that's probably better than what this can offer in terms of playability and just like size, you know. But yeah, value for money, I'll give it a 4. Doesn't feel offensive. It's a fun little figure to handle, and I do like it for the size. And lastly, articulation, I'll give it a 4 as well. It's good for the size of the figure. Like I said, we traded off price for articulation, you know, and core class has got a lot more detailed, even if half of them shouldn't exist, you know. We don't need core class figures for mainstay characters that are meant to be bigger, say Optimus Prime, Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, all of those guys. They didn't need it. I think core class should have been exclusively reserved for the things that didn't fit anywhere else. You know, we got Wheelie, we got Spike from the 86 movie, we ended up getting a Pretender Bombburst for Legacy, we got cassette figures, you know. Anything that doesn't fit elsewhere, that's what core class should have been. Instead, they ruined the line by just remaking look, this Hot Rod. They end up making a core class Hot Rod figure who's horrible. He's like, the whole back of him is hollow. There's just nothing there. Absolutely terrible stuff. But Wheelie, Might be one of the best core class figures we've ever gotten. I'll die on that hill. This has been AnimatedCHUG. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.